Hello there and welcome back to Brainify TECH. Today we're going to walk through all of the different elements that make up the Microsoft Excel user interface. You're going to get up and running fast so that you're familiar with where to access all of the features and functions that you may need to use to build your spreadsheet solutions. We're also going to walk through how to customize the interface elements for added functionality and workflow efficiency. And we're going to throw in some tips and tricks along the way for good measure. This is a great Excel tutorial for beginners to save you heaps of frustrating time in the future so you don't constantly waste your time hunting for different functions and features. So let's crack on. There are 8 main areas on the Excel interface: Quick Access Toolbar, Ribbon, Worksheet, Name Box, Formula Bar, Worksheet Tabs, Layout Views, Zoom Slider. Let's start off by taking a look at the Quick Access Toolbar. Located by default in the top left-hand corner of the Excel window, the Quick Access Toolbar contains popular commands for easy and quick access. By default, in this latest version of Microsoft Excel, there are 4 commands on the Quick Access Toolbar: Autosave, Save, Undo, and Redo. You can choose to have this toolbar shown above or below the ribbon. By default, it's shown above the ribbon. To show it below the ribbon, click on the toolbar drop-down arrow and select Show Below the Ribbon, and it appears below the ribbon. Let's put it back. Drop-down arrow, Show Above the Ribbon. You can customize the command shown on the Quick Access Toolbar for quick access to commands that you use frequently. Click on the drop-down arrow and you can select from some of the popular commands in the list. If we want to add the email command to the toolbar, we just click on Email, and the email command is shown on the toolbar. Let's remove it. Drop down arrow, deselect Email. If you want to add any commands not shown in the popular list of commands, then click the drop down arrow, select More Commands, and more commands are shown that you can add. If you don't see the command that you want in this list, then drop down the list selection arrow to the different categories of commands, or select all commands to see all of the available commands that you can add. To add a command, just select it from the list on the left and click the Add button to add it to the list on the right. Let's add the copy and cut commands. Select Copy from the list and click the Add button. Select Cut from the list and click the Add button. If you want to remove existing commands, then just select the command from the list on the right and click the Remove button. Let's remove the Cut command that we just added. Select Cut and click Remove. You can also reorder commands by selecting a command in the list on the right and clicking the up and down arrows. Let's move the Copy command to the top of the list. Click Copy and click the up arrow until it's at the top. Let's click OK. As you can see, the Copy command has been added to the Quick Access Toolbar in the first position. If you've made a lot of customizations to your toolbar, you can save these customizations by exporting them to a file on your computer. This is handy when you want to import them to a fresh copy of Excel or a copy of Excel on another computer. To do this, click the drop-down arrow, click More Commands. In the bottom right of the dialog box is the Import Export drop-down box. You can click it to select either Import Customization File or Export All Customizations, depending on what you want to do. Let's take a look at the ribbon. The ribbon is located towards the top of the Excel window below the Quick Access Toolbar and stretches across the whole width of the window. This contains your Excel functions and commands. Excel uses a tabbed ribbon system. The ribbon has a number of tabs at the top to access related Excel options. By default, there are 9 ribbon tabs: File, Home, Insert, Page Layout, Formulas, Data, Review, View, and Help. You'll also see that I have an additional tab at the end called Worksheet PDF. Some applications install additional tabs to the ribbon. These are called add-ins. If you click on any of the ribbon tabs, such as the Home tab, the related set of options appear below on its ribbon. Each ribbon is further sectioned into groups of related options called panels, such as font, alignment, and number. If a panel has additional commands or options, then you'll see a small panel options expansion arrow in the bottom right of the panel. Clicking on this will open up the full options dialog box for that panel. Let's expand the font panel. Click the expansion arrow and a dialog box pops up with a full range of font options. Let's close this dialog box. The File tab is a little different from all of the other ribbon tabs. If you click on the File tab, you'll be taken to what is called the Backstage view, where you can access a number of file level options, such as creating a new workbook, opening an existing workbook, saving, printing, sharing, or accessing templates. At the bottom left of the Backstage view are your Excel options. If you click on this, your full Excel options dialog box will pop up for you to make changes. It's worth spending a few minutes of your time exploring the many options here so that you know what's available to you in the future. Let's go back to our worksheet. The ribbon can be easily customized. Right-click in any free space on it and select Customize the ribbon. You can add or remove ribbon tabs by checking or unchecking the selection boxes next to the tab names. As you move on to more complex levels of Excel, you will need to add the Developer tab. Let's do that now. Select the Developer tab and check it. Click OK. The Developer tab has been added to the ribbon. The Developer tab contains a number of different coding and control functions. Let's remove the Developer tab. Right-click on the ribbon, select Customize the ribbon, uncheck the Developer tab, and click OK. You can customize the ribbon panels and commands in the same way. Like we saw with the Quick Access Toolbar, you can also import and export your customized ribbon settings the same way that you did before. You can also add entire ribbon panels to the Quick Access Toolbar. Let's add the Alignment panel to it. Right-click on the Alignment panel and select Add to Quick Access Toolbar. The Alignment panel has been added. An easier way to remove a command or panel from the Quick Access Toolbar is to just right-click on the command icon and select Remove from Quick Access Toolbar. Let's remove the Alignment panel. Right-click, Remove from Quick Access Toolbar. It's now gone. If you need more vertical workspace, then you can collapse the ribbon by clicking on the small up arrow on the right-hand side of the ribbon. If we click on this, the ribbon is now hidden, but the ribbon tabs are still visible. Once you click on any of the ribbon tabs, then the corresponding ribbon will temporarily slide down over your worksheet. If you click anywhere on the worksheet, the ribbon will slide back up and hide itself. To lock the ribbon back into place, simply select any ribbon tab and on the right hand side of the ribbon that appears, click on the small pin icon. Let's take a look at the worksheet. The large grid that takes up the bulk of the Excel window is known as a worksheet, and it's in here that you'll input your data and do your work. When you save an Excel file, you're actually saving the whole workbook. A workbook can have many worksheets in it, in much the same way that a regular book contains many sheets of paper or pages. A worksheet is one huge page divided into loads of small rectangular boxes called cells. The worksheet itself is made up of columns and rows, with their intersections specifying a unique reference cell, and it's this unique cell referencing which lies at the heart of Excel's ability to manipulate data at a cell level. The beauty of working in Excel worksheets is that you don't need to worry about running out of space or cells as you add more and more data. There's more than 16,000 columns and more than 1 million rows, so it's pretty unlikely that you'll run out of space. unlike when you create a table in Microsoft Word where you're severely constrained by the size of standard pages. To enter any data into a cell, just click on the cell and start typing. Click cell B6, type cat, press enter. Easy. Let's take a look at the name box. The small box on the left hand side of the window directly below the ribbon is known as the name box. It simply displays the reference of any cell or range that is currently selected. If you click cell A2, you can see A2 in the name box. If you select the cell range B2 to B4, you can see that only the top left cell reference B2 is displayed in the name box. You can use the name box to quickly jump to a specific cell. If we wanted to jump to cell Z100, we just type Z100 into the name box and press enter. To return to cell A1, you can enter A1 into the name box or just press Ctrl and Home. You can also name cells and ranges using the name box for easy referencing later on. If we select cell B2 and then type hot into the name box and press enter, we have now given cell B2 the reference name of hot. If we click back into cell B2, you can see the cell name of hot in the name box. If we select cells D2 to D4 and type cold into the name box and press enter, we have now given this cell range the reference name of cold. If we select D2 to D4, you can see the range name of cold in the name box. We can jump to any named cells or ranges by selecting them from the name box. If we drop down the name box and select hot, cell B2 is selected. If we select cold, D2 to D4 is selected. Make sure you give named cells and ranges meaningful names, but you can't include any spaces in the names. Let's move on to the formula bar. The long horizontal bar directly to the right of the name box is called the formula bar. It displays the content of any cell that is currently selected. If you type cat into cell B2 and press enter, then the word cat is displayed in both cell B2 and the formula bar. You can edit the content of the cell in either. Double click in cell B2 to edit the content, or select the cell and edit the content in the formula bar. The formula bar is handy for editing when the full content of a cell is not immediately visible. For example, if we type into cell B4, subscribe to Brainify TECH for more Excel videos, then the content would spill over the cell borders and make editing the text more difficult than editing the content in the formula bar. When we insert a formula or function into a cell, then by default the result is shown in the cell, but the formula or function syntax is shown in the formula bar. Let's take a look at this. If we select a B6 and type in a simple formula equals 1 plus 2 and press enter, you can see that the value of 3 is shown in the cell. And if we select a B6, the actual formula syntax is shown in the formula bar. The formula bar also has the insert function command on it. If you click on this, the insert function dialog box pops up. For now, you should just be aware that you can access the insert function dialog box from here. If you want to learn more about formulas and functions, then make sure you check out our formula and function tutorial videos on our channel. Let's move on to the worksheet tabs. At the bottom of the workbook on the left hand side, you'll see the worksheet tabs. If you have a number of worksheets, then a number of worksheet tabs will be shown. Clicking on any particular tab will allow you to jump to that worksheet. You can also view and navigate to all of your worksheets in the workbook by right-clicking on either of the small arrows to the left of your first tab. To add another worksheet, simply click on the small plus icon to the right of your existing tabs and a new worksheet will be created. To change the name of any of your worksheets, double-click the relevant tab name and then type to rename it. To delete a worksheet, right-click on the tab and select Delete. To change the colour of any tab, right-click on the tab and select Tab Colour, and then choose the colour that you want. You can reorder a worksheet tab by just left-clicking on it and dragging it to the desired order position and dropping it. Let's move on to the layout views. In the bottom right of the Excel window are 3 layout view icons. Moving from left to right they are Normal, Page Layout View and Page Break Preview. Normal gives you a standard worksheet layout view of a huge unbounded grid. The middle icon is Page Layout View, which gives you a document page type layout, which is handy if you're looking to print out your worksheet. You can also add page headers and footers in this view. The last icon is Page Break Preview, which allows you to set up your print boundaries with more flexibility. This is useful when you have a lot of data that you want to print and you need to keep certain parts of the data on the same printed page. Lastly, we have the Zoom slider. In the extreme bottom right of the Excel window is the Zoom slider. Sliding the slider control allows you to zoom in or out of the worksheet. You can also double click on the zoom level percentage to open the dialog box to select a predefined zoom level or input a custom level of your choice. Okay, so that rounds off the walkthrough of the 8 main areas of the interface. I really hope this video has given you a solid foundation of the essential elements of the Microsoft Excel user interface. You can now go away in confidence, knowing where things are and how to customize the default interface elements. If you found this video helpful, then please hit the like button below this video. If you would like us to make any specific Excel videos, then let us know in the comments below. If you're interested in seeing more Excel videos from Brainify TECH, then please subscribe to our channel below. Thanks for watching and I'll catch you in the next video.